Alright, so here we go for another episode here today on August 2nd, Labor Day. It's a party night, so it is going to be hopefully less crowded in there, but we're going to be doing some of my favorite things today, and that is checking out all the Easter eggs that the Imagineers have put throughout the Disney parks, and today at Magic Kingdom is where we're going to be. And checking out and seeing everything and all the different features and all the small little details that they've hidden, like the hidden Mickeys, and I don't want to start spoiling things out here in the parking lot before we get in there and I start showing you all of them. So let's go get into the park, let's go see all the little details and all the little, like the icing on the cake that's added to make things very special and very memorable at the park that you may have overlooked time and time again. So let's go get in there. Alright, first up, let's talk about Main Street USA and what is so special about it. So there's a few things. There's the windows along the top of all the buildings. One is here for Walt. There's actually two. There's one facing the castle itself. So the romantic view of it is that so that Walt can always see his greatest creation that he never saw because he passed before it actually was built. There's Roy Disney that's got a window. He never wanted a window, but he got one. And then there's also the flags that are along, and none of them are actually American flags. They are all pennants, technically. Technically, there's differences between each of them, and they're technically not U.S. American flags because they're never taken down at night. They're always left up, and that would ruin the effect because technically, by law, you're supposed to always have a light at night on the U.S. flag. And then the final is outside of Tony's Town Square Diner. That is the paw prints of Lady and the Tramp are in the actual cement there. So a few cool things about Main Street USA. And technically it's in, I guess, Main Street USA. It's in the main rotunda, but there is this dragon here that not many people really notice that he's actually there, but he actually is a fire-breathing dragon, and he spits smoke out of his nose every once in a while. You can see it right now. So it's a cool little thing that you've probably never really taken notice of here at the Magic Kingdom. Well, let's keep moving on. Let's do maybe Adventureland next. And like I kind of said earlier in the video, today is a party night, and therefore it is very, very empty during the day until the party people actually start to show up. So it's a great time if you're in the area to spend it with super low wait times in the first half of the day, I guess. So Magic Kingdom on a party night is a great day to be here. Now look at that Disney Duck Camp. There are so many out here enjoying life in the most magical place on earth. Look at them all. Just enjoying life. Disney Duck Camp strikes again. Here at the Enchanted Tiki Room, it is actually not real thatched roof. If you take a close look, it is actually a metal roof. And you can thank the Keys to the Kingdom for actually giving us that little tidbit that this is a metal roof, not a true thatched roof. Next is the clock tower here outside of Pirates, is that there is no clock on the back side of the tower. And that is another little interesting fact from the Keys to the Kingdom tour, where they tell you that nothing is built if it's not really in the view of the guest's eyes. And so there's no clock on the back of that tower because no guests would usually have seen it, because this is just a worker entranceway from the backstage area. So cool little tidbit that there's no clock on the back side of that tower. And the last one of the Adventureland area is here in Pirates, where two pirates are forever locked in a duel. So we came to Tom Sawyer Island to check out the hidden Goofy inside one of the caves here. It's kind of like a gem thing in the wall. So it's really cool. It's a little hidden thing. It's not really that hidden. You go inside the cave and you're gonna find it, but it looks like a Goofy. And so that was one of the hidden items here at Magic Kingdom in Frontierland. Let's move on to the next land. And just like that, it started raining. And did you know the water is actually dyed green? They do this at most Disney parks inside of Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, basically wherever you got water in a Disney park, they actually dye it so that you can't see the tracks. The Liberty boat here actually does ride on tracks, and so it's not actually steered, it's got a track and it's hidden by the green dye of the water. Alright, so over here in Fantasyland there are a few hidden Easter eggs. Actually there's quite a few. So there's the Little Mermaid. It's got 3, but I only saw 2 today. Number 1 is there's a rock formation that causes on November 18th to cast a specific Mickey shadow, and November 18th being the birthday of Mickey Mouse, right? So it casts a shadow only on that day around noon in the queue, and it kind of here's a little picture of that cropping that makes the shadow. And then after you get out of the Little Mermaid, there is actually a Steamboat Willie kind of cropping that is in the rocks. It's very hard to see, but here's a picture of it. I didn't see the relief of the Nautilus in the line. I missed it. So that's there. And the Nautilus used to be where the Little Mermaid used to be. So there's paying a little homage to it. And here's a quick view of inside Winnie the Pooh. Also is an homage to Mr. Toad, which used to be in that spot. It's Mr. Toad handing the deed off to the owl in the ride, so it's kind of an homage to Mr. Toad. Next, let's make our way over to the Casey Jr. splash pad, where the train cars themselves have numbers on them, which represent the dates of the park opening. So Magic Kingdom in 71, Epcot in 82, I wrote this down so I didn't forget, 89 for Hollywood Studios, and 98 for Animal Kingdom. Now, there is a hidden Oswald at the top of the drop coming out of the mine shaft in Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and so we're going to go hop on the ride and go check that out right now. So the hidden Oswald is actually at the top of the mine shaft here when you come out. Come down the drop, it's right on your top left, so you have to be quick to look for it, but he's there. So it looks like Mine Train is still broken after the thunderstorm, some sort of technical difficulty, and I thought...
Mine Train Lift A will now be activated, placing 0 vehicles in motion. Please stay clear of all trackside equipment. Lift A, you have your enable.
Yeah, judging by what I just heard on the intercom for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it seems like it's, still technical difficulties. None of the vehicles are moving. Somebody's obviously working on the track. It's locked out right now, so that's sad. You're not going to be able to see that hidden Oswald today, but maybe I'll just throw it up here just while I'm talking and show you a quick little view of what it looks like. And then in the back left of Pinocchio Village House, the restaurant here, there is a book that you can sign with like wishes in it. So let's go try and find that real quick and see if I can show you where it's at. And over here by the Tangled area, you'll find these chameleons, Pascal, from the movie hiding. So you can kind of see him right there. He hides, I think there's about 10 or 12 of them throughout the area, so come check them out. Come try and find all the Pascals in the Tangled area. And right here in Liberty Square, there's a few Easter eggs. Right above me is the Liberty Tree, one of Walt's favorite trees that he brought to the park. And there are 13 lanterns on that tree representing the 13 colonies, so that's a little hidden secret here at the Magic Kingdom. Also in Liberty Square, you'll see a brown pathway that used to signify, or was meant to signify, the waste that would run through colonial times, but that's not actually what it is. I believe there was actually a brick walkway that used to come through here, and it was very annoying for parade floats to have to navigate around the bricks, and so it got ripped up and replaced with this sort of walkway here. Next, we'll make our way to the Haunted Mansion, kind of go ride the Haunted Mansion, show you a few Easter eggs on the ride, and then before and after the ride in the queue line, and then after you get out of the exit with Mr. Toad. So stick around, we'll go check out the Haunted Mansion next. There are a few different hidden Easter eggs here in the Haunted Mansion queue. The first is a gravestone to Master Gracie, who is an Imagineer who worked tirelessly on the Haunted Mansion itself. Next is a ring that is embedded in the pavement by the captain's gravestone, which is a funny lore that you should definitely check up and look up on yourself, and it's a very interesting story of how it came about. And then final, right before you enter into the Haunted Mansion itself, to the left is a gravestone of Madame Leota, who very rarely people actually take notice of, but she moves, the gravestone moves, and her eyes open and move around too. So it's a cute little thing to kind of check out and kind of point out to your kids when you're going through the queue itself. And then there's one more hidden Easter egg. As you get outside of the ride, look to your left, there is a pet cemetery. At the very tippity top of the pet cemetery, you'll see a little statue, a little homage to the man himself, Mr. Toad, whose ride is no longer and has been replaced by Winnie the Pooh. Now let's go make our way to Tomorrowland and go check out the Easter eggs, the hidden Mickeys, and all that other good stuff over in Tomorrowland. Foiled again by the Disney rides, so today I was trying to get on the Carousel of Progress, one of Walt's oldest rides, but the issue is it's down. Another ride broken, just like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, having technical difficulties. But maybe I'll just cut in a clip here while I'm talking, is that there are 4 or 5 hidden Mickeys in the final scene. So let me cut those in and just show you kind of where they all are. But now I guess we'll go ride the People Mover and show you the last Easter egg that I've got for you for Tomorrowland.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm RX-5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky. The absolute best way to see Tomorrowland. And my stars, is there ever lots to see? From spacecraft to monster labs, there's really nothing like today in Tomorrowland. First up, Progress City. Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Did you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover.
So the model there on the People Mover Progress City is the actual original model. It's been repaired a few times over the years as it's kind of deteriorated, but it is the original model used to design Progress City, which later became Epcot. So that's actually pretty cool that they're keeping it alive in there. Now let's go ride the cars. So those are all the Easter eggs that you'll find at the Magic Kingdom. And yeah, I hope you had a good video. I missed a few of them. Obviously, some of the rides were down, so there's nothing I could do. But hey, still had a great day. Found some Easter eggs, and let's call it a good one.